Bode George's story is one that resonates deeply within the complex web of Nigerian politics, a tale of rise, fall, and a life shaped by controversy. If you've spent any time watching the twists and turns of Nigerian politics, his name rings with both reverence and suspicion. To some, he is a party stalwart, a political strategist, and a godfather of Lagos politics. To others, he is the poster child for how the powerful in Nigeria often slip through the cracks of justice. But one thing is certain, Chief Bode George's story is one that exposes the inner workings of corruption, immunity, and impunity in Nigeria's political landscape. Before he became the man whose name would be whispered in courtrooms and anti-corruption offices, Olabode George built his reputation within Nigeria's military and political machinery. A retired naval commodore, he transitioned into politics and quickly climbed the ranks of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, eventually becoming the deputy national chairman for the Southwest Zone. He was not just a politician, he was an institution. In Lagos, he wielded enormous influence, controlling political structures and commanding loyalty. His appointment as chairman of the Nigerian Ports Authority, one of the country's most lucrative government agencies, only cemented his status. But that's where the story takes a turn. In 2008, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, then under the chairmanship of Farida Waziri, charged Chief Bode George and 5 other board members of the NPA with serious financial crimes. The charges: conspiracy, disobedience to lawful order, contract inflation, and abuse of office, all totaling an alleged 84 billion naira. At the heart of the case were allegations that George and his co-defendants had manipulated contract processes, splitting large contracts into smaller ones to bypass approval thresholds, awarding contracts without due process, and inflating prices to divert public funds. The goal, according to the EFCC, was to bleed the NPA dry. In a country where corruption is often met with silence, the trial shocked Nigerians. A powerful party chieftain was being dragged to court. To the surprise of many and the applause of anti-corruption advocates, Chief George was convicted in 2009 by Justice Olubunmi Oyewole of the Lagos High Court. Found guilty on 47 of the 68 counts, he was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. After serving nearly 2 years in prison, Chief Bode George's legal team appealed the conviction. The case moved up the judicial ladder and landed in the Supreme Court in 2013. In what many critics describe as a masterclass in legal technicality, the Supreme Court overturned his conviction. The justices ruled that contract splitting was not a criminal offense under Nigerian law at the time the act was committed. In short, he did it, but there was no law that said he couldn't. The same system that had convicted him had now absolved him without ever proving his innocence, only invalidating the path through which he was convicted. More than a decade after that initial EFCC trial, Chief Olabode George remains a key voice in Nigerian politics. He comments on national issues, criticizes others for corruption, and positions himself as an elder statesman. Keeping figures like Chief Olabode George at the center of public discourse without full accountability sends a chilling message to the younger generation. Power can excuse everything, because in the end, a democracy without accountability is just a theater, and the citizens unwilling actors in a script they didn't write. Bode George's story is more than just the tale of one man's alleged transgressions. It is a reflection of the systemic issues that persist within Nigerian politics, where power, money, and influence often intertwine in ways that remain difficult to untangle. While his case may have faded from the headlines, the shadow of his legacy continues to loom over Nigeria's political landscape, Will Bode George ever truly be held accountable for the corruption he was accused of? That remains uncertain. But one thing is clear. His story is a poignant reminder of how political power can corrupt and how, even in the face of scandal, some figures are able to navigate the storm and maintain influence. That's our story for today. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel.